The woman who left one loaf of bread. Every night, at exactly 9 o'clock, a woman placed one loaf of warm bread on a stranger's doorstep. Then she walked away without a sound. Nobody knew her name. Nobody knew why she did it. This happened for 11 years. My name is Hashir, and this is a true kind of story, the kind that teaches you something you will never forget. In a small coastal town, there was a narrow street called Fisherman's Row. At the very end of that street stood a small blue door. And every single night, a woman in a grey shawl walked up to that door, placed one loaf of bread on the step, and left before anyone could see her face clearly. The people who lived behind the blue door never came outside to thank her. They never opened the door while she was there. They just took the bread in the morning. At first, nobody in the town noticed. But slowly, people began to talk. Who is she? Why does she do this every night? Why that house? Why not another one? Some said she was paid to do it. Some said she was lonely and needed something to do. Some said the family behind the blue door owed her money. A young fisherman named Devan became curious. He was new to the town, and this mystery caught his attention more than anything else. Every evening, he watched from a distance. He saw the same woman, the same walk, the same silence. One night, Devan finally asked her, "Why do you do this?" The woman did not answer. She just looked at him for a moment, then walked away into the dark street. Devan did not give up. He started asking older people in the town. Most of them shook their heads. They said this had been happening for so many years that people had simply stopped asking. But one old fisherman, mending his net by the harbor, said something strange. That blue door, he said, used to belong to a different family. A poor family. A husband, a wife, and a small boy. The husband was lost at sea one winter, and the wife could not feed her son. She almost lost everything. Devan asked, what happened to them? The old fisherman shrugged. Nobody knows. They disappeared 1 year, and a new family moved in after. That night, Devan could not sleep. He kept thinking about the woman with the grey shawl, walking the same street every single night for 11 years. The next evening, he followed her, not to the blue door, but before it. He followed her from her own home. Her house was small and simple, at the far edge of town. Devan noticed something on her wall. An old photograph. A woman, a fisherman, and a small boy standing outside a small blue door. It was her. Younger. And the boy in the photo, Devan had seen him before. He worked at the harbor now. Grown up. He was the son of the family who now lived behind the blue door. Suddenly, everything made sense. Years ago, when her husband was lost at sea, this woman and her son were starving. One night, a stranger left bread outside their door, enough to survive the winter. She never learned who it was. But she never forgot the kindness. Years later, when her own son grew up and moved away, and a new family moved into her old house behind the blue door, she made a quiet decision. She would repay that kindness, not to the person who gave it to her, since she never knew who it was, but to whoever now lived in that same house. Every night. For as long as she could. When Devan finally understood, he did not ask her anything else. He simply nodded from a distance, and she nodded back, the first time she had ever acknowledged anyone watching her. The next morning, the town knew the truth. Nobody made a big announcement. Nobody put up a sign. But somehow, Everyone understood something together. Kindness does not always come back to the same hands that gave it. Sometimes it moves forward instead of backward. One small act, repeated quietly for years, can turn into something nobody can measure. The woman never asked for thanks. She never wanted her name known. She only wanted the chain to continue, one loaf, one door, one night at a time.